Hello, I'm here today with what is really the third in our series of lessons. This has some songs using the first note with the right hand, the pointer of the right hand. And the words to this, they can be found in my flute book, Playing and Teaching the Pentatonic Flute. But for those of you who don't have it, sun, sun, shining down, lift the plants up from the ground, gardens growing in the sun, spring has come, spring has come. This song has 4 phrases. The second and the third are identical to each other. The fourth phrase is in 2 parts, and it's the same 3 notes, but the sequence is changed. So that final phrase, G, B, A, and then G, A, B. So this is a place where we're going the G, B, A, where we're lifting 2 fingers. You might not think that's a big deal, but there are going to be some students who have a difficulty with that. So it's just good to be aware that you might want to point out that that jump is coming up for. Okay, so again, watching this, now, on the first lesson, I was showing how we might use hand signals to have the students learn to read that as a step towards learning to read music, where again they'll be interpreting a visual signal to know what to play on with their finger. So, the A, being the central tone of the instrument, is where it's nice to have that where we have both hands even. All right? So, in this case, we've got sun, sun, shining down, lift the plants up from the ground, gardens growing in the sun, spring has come, spring has come. And now we can go on to another song which uses the G as the only note with the right hand. But unlike the spring song, this also has the D 1 note higher that we didn't use in the spring song. So this is called In Winter's Depths. It's based on my lyrics are based on a verse by Rudolf Steiner. Sounds like this. In winter's depths is kindled true spirit, warmth and light. Our deeds of love and kindness shine forth like stars at night. And again, if we were going to use the hand signals, now we're going to have 2 notes that are above the A, so we'll just have to help the students see the difference between how high we're reaching up. In winter's depths is kindled true spirit, warmth and light. Our deeds of love and kindness shine forth like stars at night. It's also worth pointing out that this instrument, you see how it's beveled at this end, it's really intended for us to put our lips around the whole flute here. So our lips are making an O, rather than sort of pursing our lips as we would do on a recorder. I call that a bird mouth, and so I tell students no bird mouths on this. So we're not doing this. That pushes the air in too thin a stream, tends to make the tone of the flute more harsh. We get a nice rounded and full tone if instead we put our lips around the flute, and then we can just breathe gently as if we're trying to have a candle flame just waver but not really flicker, or if we had a little feather in the palm of our hand that we might be able to breathe gently on it without having it come out of our hand. Perhaps I should have mentioned this early on with the first lesson, because it is good to have the students learn to breathe into the flutes rather than blow into the flutes. All right, that's it for this time. I'll be back with more lessons soon.